Hey Mary, it's John. I'm going to show you some changes you can make to your paper. Um, I already did make one change. I just highlighted your whole paper and I switched the fonts to Times New Roman 12. It was set to Calibri 11. If you open up your paper and you look at it, it'll say Calibri 11. That's the automatic setting for Microsoft Word. But for English papers, it's Times New Roman 12. So after you type your paper, you want to highlight the whole paper and make it Times New Roman, switch it, Times New Roman 12, like I already did. And then the whole paper is double spaced. So even up here where you have it single spaced, just highlight it, hit that little button by paragraph, and then over here where it says line spacing, hit double, hit OK, then it will double space it. And then we want to give everything a title, whatever we turn in. So we'll call this Annotated Bibliography. And then we'll center the title by hitting this centering button up here. See, just like that. Now, we want to have 6 sources on the Annotated Bibliography. So you'd have 6 chapters from the book. So each chapter gets its own bibliographic citation. So when I go to the end of the paper here, you just had this one, but it's not the right format. This is the format, what a bibliographic citation looks like. This is the bibliographic works cited for chapter 1, because you'll see all the chapters in the book have different authors. So we need to put in who is the author of the chapter we're doing, the title of that chapter, then the name of the book, the editor of the book. You only have to put the first one, and then the date, then the page numbers of the chapter, so that would change each time. And by the way, you don't have to do a number 1. Just move that over, highlight this whole thing. Let's just pretend this was in the right order. Go to paragraph up here, hit hanging, leave it to double space, hit OK. See how it makes it first line all the way over, the other line's indented? That's how bibliographic citations go. So we would take this one, copy it, go to the beginning of your paper, and tab it in the beginning of a paragraph. That means, this is pages 1 through 7, this chapter. This paragraph should be with that chapter. Like the way you have it, I can't tell with what goes with what. It's a bunch of information about the book, but there's no like, this is the summary of chapter 1, this is the summary of chapter 2, and so on. So that's how they would do. Like copy, let's pretend this was chapter 2. Let's pretend it was Smith was the author there, and it was pages 9. No, I'm making this up, without opening the book and taking forever. See what I mean? And then we would know that would be chapter 2 because of the page numbers and the author. And that's how it would go. And then this would be the summary for this chapter. And this would be the summary. And it's too long of a summary for this chapter. Remember, half a page summary for each chapter. That's it. So, you have a summary of the book here that's kind of loose and all mixed in together. So we don't want that for the paper writing. Be sure to watch that video on how to write the paper on that 4-page paper I have on kidney transplants. And so I'm not asking you to redo this whole annotated bibliography. You can if you want to get a little bit higher of a score. But create the works cited for each of the chapters in the book. So your bibliography will have like 14 sources on it since there's 14 chapters. And then do them, according to the way that I did this one here, and that other one up there. Now, when you take information from the book, this is not the way to show the information. That's the APA way. For us, it's author, last name, page number. Let's pretend that was page 12. Let's pretend this was off of page 9. See how that looks? Now, I'm assuming it's your own words because there's no quotation marks. If any of this was copied out of the book, you'd have to put it in quotation marks. And it would still look like that. So your words are their words. You still give credit at the end with author, last name, and page number. Can't tell if I skipped a space or not. There we go. And that's how you give credit for citations in the book. So make sure to make a works cited. It has 14 sources on it, one for each chapter. And if you want to move around your paragraphs so that we can tell which paragraph goes with which chapter, it can read your score on this annotated bibliography a little. But your main score on for the class will be on the papers. So you want to make sure to follow that setup I have for writing the papers by watching a video on the kidney paper that I have on our class page. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Okay, thank you.